Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive in and let's start off with this from Watcher Guru. Now, this is an article, or I shouldn't even say an article, but it's a headline. And it says, just in, the SEC told Coinbase they believe every cryptocurrency, other than Bitcoin, of course, is a security. Now, almost every single crypto news platform is engagement farming with the same exact tweet. Over here, CoinGecko, the SEC has ordered Coinbase to halt all cryptocurrency trading aside from Bitcoin. Now, I want you guys to understand that I recently made a video talking about new all-time highs. I strongly believe that a massive move in the market is brewing. I believe that we will get there. And ultimately, in the short term, we might see some pullbacks, we might see buy opportunities, and that's totally fine. In fact, I welcome it. But the thing is that what happens near or at the bottoms of this market is we see this sort of, I just want to say coordinated FUD. That's what it is, right? They play into the emotions of the retail sector so that they can get impulsive moves by the retail sector, as well as engagement farm. And this also allows for people to go click the articles. They're getting hits on ads and stuff like that. They make money off of these headline articles. Now, a lot of people are already responding back to it. Watcher Guru tweets 2-month-old headlines to harvest engagement on a slow news Sunday night. Also, Tiffany Fong responded back to Watcher Guru. Basically, what they did was they hit a response, adding context. Here you guys have it. Now, they responded back saying that they always hide all external links to prevent spam in our replies, I'm sure. But here we have SEC asked this month prior to suing Coinbase. Yeah, this was last month. And here we have over here as well, they hid your response. Yeah. And then also, we see over here that they edited their tweet. Here you have, just in, SEC asked Coinbase to halt all cryptocurrency trading except for Bitcoin. Just in, SEC asked Coinbase to halt all cryptocurrency trading except for Bitcoin prior to suing them. So you couldn't add prior to suing them originally in the tweet. No, you couldn't do that. Also over here you guys have the CoinGecko one, and here we have a response. This isn't news. It's part of the same lawsuit from last month against Coinbase. These tweets thrive off your engagement and use these headlines without sources intentionally to rile you up. Don't fall for the engagement farms. And here you guys have the actual lawsuit. Again, just really kind of identifying what we already knew, which was the fact that the SEC is saying that every single cryptocurrency besides Bitcoin is a security, which we know that XRP did just recently get cleared. But it's just comical, right? Like, this is what we see. And I even said over on Twitter, I said, now we are seeing a flood of bearish articles, tweets, and charts. Kind of funny. Take a step back. Go look at the dollar chart. Now go look at the Bitcoin chart. Short term, we could see dips, sure, but the next few weeks and months ahead are going to be bullish, in my opinion. And yeah, I do believe this, right? Like, I talked to you recently about this video, which was CNBC talking about the upcoming Bitcoin halving. And I even said that it's going to happen sooner, because what they are gearing the retail sector up for is to prepare for the halving. But I don't think that that's what we have to prepare for. I think that we are going to see a major move beforehand to catch a lot of people off guard. And trust me, a large portion of the retail sector will be caught off guard. They'll be buying in late. They'll be buying the tops. It's going to be a problem, but hey, it is what it is, right? Like that's what happens in this space. Now, of course, like I said, like, I'm recording this video a little bit earlier than it's going to go up, but you know, price action, I don't really care about price action changing all that much. I'm looking at some of these lower time frame charts, like the 12-hour, for an example. And Bitcoin looks rough here. You know, there's a lot that Bitcoin needs to do before it flips bullish again. And the big thing is, you know, flipping $30,600 and flipping it into support, actually. So having, you know, a break above it, retesting it, closing above it, and actually, you know, breaking out. Until then, I'm still targeting some pretty low targets here, which is like 26.5K to about 27.5K. Anywhere within this range is perfect for me. There's a lot of demand here, like I said, and we might even come lower, right? Like, a lot of people were saying like, oh, 25K, you know, 24K. I don't know if we're going to go that low, but it wouldn't surprise me, honestly, even if we back tested like the resistance from February of this year. That's totally fine as well. That's like right around 25.3K, which was a big support zone anyways. We overshot it a little bit back in June, but we were expecting 25.3K back here when we were trading anywhere between like 28K to like 27K. We were expecting 25.3K to be hit. Anywhere, you know, around this zone down here is fine with me, but we might even backtest a little higher, right? And just completely miss these targets, which is totally fine as well. Either way, I'm still expecting a little bit more downside on Bitcoin, which will give us some great buy opportunities on altcoins. But even the dollar, right? Like I just recently addressed the dollar. You zoom out on this dollar, right? Like first off, it's weak. It's hitting resistance on every attempt to break out here. And the problem is that it's all lower highs. We have this high up here, lower high, until the dollar breaks one of these highs and attempts to go for a big breakout. I'm not expecting much on the US dollar. I'm still looking at this as a bearish chart because it's not only making lower highs, but it's also making lower lows just recently. So to me personally, like, you know, most of this market is already set to have a major run up. I just think that we have a little bit more time, but even if we don't, we've already prepared, right? Like I was buying all the way back. Let me go to the 3-day chart. I was buying most of my altcoins during this entire time back here. During this entire time, we had altcoins down significantly from where they are at now. But today, you know, as we've seen Bitcoin already rally up, I mean, from the low here, it rallied up already 105%. And I don't think that this is the stopping point. Like to me personally, this market has been extremely bullish since going all the way back to the fall time frame of last year. So as we really kind of look at this market, you know, listen, I'm expecting this resistance zone to be broken on Bitcoin. I'm expecting us to at least get to about like 34K to possibly 40K plus. Once we flip 40K, then it's onward and upward to a new all-time high. And I do think that a new all-time high can happen a lot sooner than most people anticipate. But we have seen these bearish tweets all month long. Even around the XRP decision, right? We've seen so many people getting so bearish about XRP. And look at what happened on XRP. So as we look at a lot of these articles and a lot of these headlines, I want you guys to realize like this is all engagement farming. This is to scare you, to rile you up, to, you know, make you miss out on things. You probably hear the statement all the time when I say it on this channel, you know, major shakeout, a shakeout. Don't get shaken out. Don't get shaken out of your bags. Because it will happen. And for those out there that don't know about this, like if you weren't around during 2020, for an example, like a lot of people thought that this was the end of crypto. A lot of people thought that this was done. Because again, like nobody was anticipating this massive pullback in the market. But you know what's crazy about all of this is that during this entire time, all the way up here, the moves being made, guess what? Mainstream media was so bearish. They were bearish the entire time. And if you actually look back at this time, you know, XRP started, or sorry, not XRP, Bitcoin started to rally like 100% plus during this time as well. And we've seen major bearish tweets the entire time. Oh, this is just a bear rally. It's still going to go down lower. People are calling for like sub like $3,000. They were calling for 1,500, 2,000. Like it was crazy. And guess what? All of a sudden, boom, the market flips. We went all the way to 70K on Bitcoin. I see the same thing happening now, except it's the whole market and it's playing into the SEC FUD. It is wild. All at the same time that we recently just seen CNBC talking about a bull run for Bitcoin next year. And that's why I even said in that video, and I even quote it, you know, Credible Crypto, I said, the herd is going to play into this. They are going to wait, and they're going to get shaken out, or they're going to miss out. You need to make sure that you are paying attention to the things that actually matter in this market. This entire year has been very incredible for those assets that we've been talking about. XRP, XDC, XLM. I mean, hell, even some of the other altcoins have done very well so far. This market, to me personally, is set up for a major move. And I think that like even 2023 so far, and I said it during 2022, like during this time here where the market was dark, I even said like 2023 is going to be an incredible year for crypto. And so far it has. But now that we're in this moment of the market doing very well, we are going to start to see mainstream media headlines, and we're going to start to see more, things like this that are playing into the emotions of the retail sector. And I just want you all to understand, do not get shaken out by the nonsense. There's so much misconception. There's so much FUD. It's ridiculous. And a lot of these crypto platforms like Watcher Guru or even like CoinGecko or some of the other ones that I've seen as well, they should all be ashamed of themselves, because all of this just for a few clicks, for engagement farming, it's sad. It's absolutely sad. And I get it, right? Like it's a slow news day, but this should never be the thing that these platforms have to stoop so low to do. So as we look at this, I want you guys to all pay attention to what actually matters. Zoom out on these charts. Go to the 3-day, go to the weekly. Hell, even the weekly on Bitcoin. I mean, look at the weekly on Bitcoin. So far, this thing has done pretty well. And I would not be surprised if we came back down to test the 50 weekly EMA like we did all the way back in June, right? We did it back in June. We did it back in May. We did it back in the beginning of May as well. And so far, we have held it. And I wouldn't doubt us retesting that area yet again. We tested it many times back in the past as well, before we had major breakdowns as well. But for the most part, I do expect us to hold that level. We might not even go as low as the 50 weekly EMA. We might go to like roughly the 20 weekly EMA, which is like 27.8K. I'm fine with that as well. But for the most part, like if you look at the dollar, if you look at Bitcoin, if you look at crypto, you look at all the narratives, you look at everything happening around the space, I just don't see how people can be bearish at this current moment in time. But maybe it's my opinion. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong as well. I will take accountability for that. But for the most part, I do think that 2023 has been extremely bullish. I think that the rest of 2023 is going to be pretty bullish as well. And I look forward to what this market has to hold for us. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. This is that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this big world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.